Hot. I don't care or take this seriously because the NFL doesn't take their product seriously either. What an absolute display of faggotry and nonsense on YouTube. I don't really give a shit. You can suck a fart straight out of my ass. I'm going to start ripping and rolling right out of the front here. Right out of the gate, we don't really care. That was a blatant display of fucketry, tomfoolery, and nonsense. Clearly, some fucketry is afoot in the NFL. And Ron Tolbert. Hey guys, check this out. I stumbled across some actual footage of the NFL making the call. Here you go. Here is Ron Tolbert in the NFL.
Hello, Steven, my boy.
Yeah. Hello, my ass.
There's Ron Tolbert. There he is.
This nigga up on that nag.
Oh, Steven, you have nails for breakfast. What's the matter? Why you so ornery? You miss me, huh?
Oh, yes, sir. I miss you like a hog miss slop, like a baby miss Mammy's titty. I miss you like I misses a rock in my shoe. Now, I ask you, who this nigga on that nag?
Hey, Snowball. You wanna know my name or the name of my horse? You ask me.
That's who the hell you calling Snowball, horse boy. I'll snatch your black ass off that nag down here in the mud so fast make your head swim.
Steven.
I'm going to make this into a
funny.
video clip where Steven's going to be Ron Tolbert.
This nigga here?
Mr. Candy is going to be the NFL, and Django's going to be the Detroit Lions.
Django, this is another cheeky black bugger like yourself, Steven. Steven, this here's Django. You two ought to hate each other.
Calvin, just who the hell is this nigga you feels the need to entertain?
Django and his friend in gray here, Dr. Schultz, are customers. And they are our guests, Steven. And you old decrepit bastard ought to show them every hospitality. You understand that?
Yes, sir. Him I understand, but I don't know why I got to take lip off this
You
nigga.
don't have to know why. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Well, good. Let's spin a knot. Go up in the guest bedroom to get too ready.
So, guys, we're just going to go ahead and break up into the
If
show
you
real
can
quick.
say
Just get
the
this out of the
word
way 'cause
good.
I'm pissed.
Guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
All right, guys, so I don't really know how long this show is going to go. I'm dealing with a lot of kind of warring with myself. I was very dissatisfied with yesterday's game, as I'm sure all of you were. And it's not so much that I was dissatisfied with the pace of the game or Amon-Ra being hurt or Mr. Consistency not being used, or the lack of pass rush, or Micah Parsons. What I'm really irritated about is you guys know it. You know it. You clicked on it because of the thumbnail. It's the insane officiating. Okay, it's been going on all season long, and I've said it multiple times. The fact that people go now, obviously, my big point is that timeout. Right, we know what I'm talking about. The timeout that Matt LaFleur somehow called down in the red zone of Ford Field on 4th and goal with the crowd going bananas. With the play calling sheet over his face, the ref could see and hear him say timeout before he engaged the timeout motion, which of course happened after the guard had jumped off sides, which this is just like blatantly obvious at that point. In fact, if you go back and you watch Ron Tolbert make the call, his body language, okay, he clearly knew that he was lying. That spineless piece of shit. And this is part of the problem that I have with the older generation is I obviously we're living in the fourth turning, right? Right now we are about to start the bad times that will create good men. And the reality is that people Ron Tolbert's age, that managerial class, the last of the boomers, the early Gen Xers, none of them have a fucking spine or a set of nuts between any of them to say, no, this is wrong. They just go, no, I don't want to disrupt the waters, because if I disrupt the waters, then I'm going to go get sent to the principal's office. And if I get sent to the principal's office, my dad's going to be upset with me. Well, here's the thing, you cowardly piece of shit. Because you consistently bend over backwards and just let them raw dog you right in the old stink eye, the rest of us downstream are told to just take it and like it and lump it. And what I'm really fucking sick and tired of, Ron Tolbert, who couldn't look at the camera. The dude has such just insignificant spinal fortitude that he couldn't even look at the camera and tell national TV, hey guys, I'm fucking you in the ass. I'm just gonna fuck you right in the ass because my boss has told me you're not allowed to win. You see, the NFL, I don't know if you guys know this, the NFL is unapologetically woke. They very much like having an incredible sob story to build around. Now, in order for the NFL to be woke, of course, they have to find the most minority, most oppressed individual they can find, the person with the hardest storyline to build up. And for a while, it was Patrick Mahomes, right? Even though he was raised with a golden spoon shoved straight up his keister, you know what I'm saying? Recent years, though, we have seen the Packers being forced to pay reprimand for the actions of Brett Favre post-NFL career. We've seen the Packers have their pecker slapped because Aaron Rodgers was outspoken against the narrative, right? We've seen now Aaron Rodgers be crowned as a crazy person because he believes in different things than everybody else does and spoke out against the, at the time, the experimental vaccine that we were all told by the President of the United States and a bunch of other tie-wearing douchebags with microphones. This is the best thing for you. So, Aaron Rodgers was like, no, I don't believe in that. And, well, we've seen what happened to him and the narrative that was then constructed around him. So the Packers have been having to pay reprimand for the actions of their past two Hall of Fame quarterbacks. And they weren't allowed to win over the past couple of years. But, oh, boy, howdy. Here comes ya boy, Jordan Love. Oh, third verse, same as the first, going to let him sit behind Aaron Rodgers and wait his time, even though we're going to start building up a little bit of maybe the Packers are being a little racist narrative. Oh, well, we're going to go ahead and let that dissolve because now Jordan Love is the starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, and, well, he's... Oh, well, there's these images of, there's Jordan Love's sad, single, fat mother sitting in the stadium who, well, after 13 years old, she had to raise poor Jordan Love on her own because, and this is no slight against his dad, unfortunately his dad, who sounds like a pretty upstanding individual, was the coach of all of his teams, a law enforcement officer who then killed himself. Yeah. So Jordan Love's got this soft, just sad narrative, and I'm not trying to punch down on Jordan Love or nothing, but there is the script there, narrative that fits really, really well. And for a little bit there, Patrick Mahomes was the face of the NFL, and you've seen him getting all the calls. And now that's starting to flip on its head. Why? Well, for two reasons. One, he's won a lot, and the court of public opinion has turned on Patrick Mahomes. Two, his wife is, she's a Trump supporter, and we can't have that. Three, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there are now commercials with Patrick Mahomes wearing Invisalign, spokesperson for Invisalign, straightening his teeth out. And I don't know if you know this, but the NFL very much enjoys when the face of the NFL is a minstrel show. So they're now going to make Jordan Love be the face of the NFL. Hide and watch. Jordan Love will be the savior of the NFL with his gap teeth, half black, half an ass. The NFL can then just go, look at us. We are supporting the minority. We are uplifting the minority. Dance, dance, dance. We want our image to look a certain way. Don't fix your teeth, Jordan Love. Make sure your hair stays long and braided, Jordan Love. Don't start conducting yourself in a business-oriented way. We need you to watch. Jordan Love will now start dressing more like Jalen Hurts and be a little bit more urban and a little bit more hood, a little bit more street, not so much the kid that went to fucking Utah or Utah State or whatever the hell Mormon school or school he went to in that Mormon state. You're going to see a big change in Jordan Love now because the NFL is going to start pushing him as the face of the NFL. He has now been anointed. You could tell by the narrative around the Green Bay Packers. They love Micah Parsons being there. He has to be king of the NFL's defensive players because, well, he's Micah Parsons and we can make money around Micah Parsons. Is there anyone in Detroit that you can sell money of? No, you cannot make money on the Detroit Lions, specifically one individual player. Because we play a team sport and the NFL doesn't like that. They don't like that, so they've clearly come down hard on Dan Campbell. They don't like the meritocracy, the masculine values pushed out by the Detroit Lions, the masculine values put out by Dan Campbell, the emphasis on team-based, hard-nosed grit or out-earn your guy and fight to the last whistle. They don't want that. They don't want physicality. They don't want masculinity. They want faggotry and retardation in the NFL. That's what they want. And the problem is that over many, many, many years now, and just take the last 20 years, for example, we used to have very competitive, very physical football 20 years ago. Now we have this chicken shit faggot-ass game that everyone's fucking playing, and that's totally fine. It is what it is, if that's what you want to consume. But I, unfortunately, still have a post-generation high level of testosterone, and I've worked real hard to get all the plastic out of my brain and fucking ball sacks that lets me look at this going, this is not a good product. The problem is that the NFL has conducted itself in a way that has cultivated a big tent of below room temperature IQ fandoms who sit there and they go, yeah, well, what about this miscall? Okay, yes. What about this missed call? Well, you don't get all the call. No, motherfucker, the fact that you are willing to sit there with both of your thumbs shoved straight up your ass to the base fucking knuckle and go, if then grandma wagon, I don't give a fuck. It shouldn't be acceptable. We should not accept any of this. But historically and culturally, generations before us said, yeah, well, that's okay. Don't ask questions. Don't ask questions. We were all raised in the same public school system. Don't ask questions. Take your assignment, pass it down. Don't ask questions. Take your assignment, pass it down. Don't ask questions. If you ask questions, we're gonna ostracize you in front of everybody. We're gonna embarrass you because you are asking questions. And if you ask too many questions, then you're gonna go to the principal's office. And you're gonna go see the warden. I'm sorry, the principal. You're gonna go see the warden. And if you ask too many questions to the warden, we're gonna put you in solitary confinement. I'm sorry, we're gonna put you in detention. We're gonna put you in detention because you're asking too many questions. Now we're gonna prepare you to not ask questions and go out into the adult world. Go out into the workforce. Don't ask questions. If you ask too many questions, then you're not going to be able to make any money. If you don't make any money, then you're going to be one of those helpless, homeless people who, well, we have to look down upon you because you ask too many questions. And why do they ask too many questions? Because we've anointed and said that you're fucking crazy. We said that you're fucking crazy for believing your lying eyes. That's right. Don't believe your lying eyes. What you see is not the truth. Take it from me. Trust me. I have a tie on. I have a microphone. I speak in a certain cadence with my hair combed ever so perfectly, just so with this painted on smile. Trust me, I have a tie and a microphone, and what I tell you inside of this little box is the truth. Don't believe your lying eyes. What you seen on the field yesterday was not, in fact, the truth. No. Matt LaFleur called a timeout. Over the past 2 years of the NFL, Detroit, no. Every team plays perfectly against you. That's why there's only been 2 pass interference calls called against opposing defenses, because every single week, every team that you play against happens to be, oh, by golly, George, it is the perfect week for them to have hero ball. Everybody, when it's time to play Detroit, well, they block just a little bit better. They hold on to their blocks just a little bit longer. They're able to cover their guys just a little bit stickier. Oh, sure, they're getting a little bit quicker of a jump off the offensive line. Oh, it's fine. They beat the ball at the snap. It's totally okay. Don't worry. Their head coach called a timeout with his face covered in the red zone of Ford Field in the first fucking quarter of the Thanksgiving Day game, and we could hear him say it. Yeah, but I'll believe that when me shit turns purple and smells like rainbow sherbet. Okay? That's absolutely bullshit. That was the most utter display of faggotry and nonsense that I have ever fucking seen. That was somehow more gay and more fucked up than, like, cuties or more gay than the L word. You know what I'm saying? That game, the officiating was more gay than two dudes fucking each other in the ass. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm fucking wrong. Tell me that over the past 37 fucking years, I have not watched time after time after time of the Lions getting fucked. Okay, so now the catch rules all of a sudden change. Now once the ball touches a receiver's hand, he now has possession and it's a touchdown. Okay, good. Then we need to go back fucking, 14 years? And I guess we're no longer 0-16 because Calvin Johnson magically completed the fucking process. If then grandma wagon, right, motherfucker? God damn, yo. I'm crashing out hard, guys. How we doing over here in Mad Hatter Nation? Oh, officiating was awful. That ball was bobbled on the first TD. Exactly, Rick. Exactly, dude. I do have some great news, though, guys. Tell me the kid's okay, dude. Tell me the kid's good. I'll never invent penalties against us. We are the test rats of the NFL. Art, dude, yes, brother. You're seeing it. Henry Hutchins, how you doing? I feel cheated as a Lions fan. I'm very disappointed in the Lions because they're not showing that grit that Detroit is built upon. You are correct. There is something that is missing, grittiness of the team. Personally, I think that we've come to the realization that no matter how gritty we get, you can't outwork corruption. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we played a perfect game, if everything went well. The refs were not going to let us win. And I don't want to hear this, well, the Lions were the favorite, so technically Vegas lost money on the end of that game because the Packers weren't supposed to win that game. Yeah, okay. Yep, because if the favorites won every game, we'd know who to pick. It was a 2.5 point fucking spread. Nah, Vegas didn't lose that much money, dipshit. All right, you're the same room temperature IQ people who go, well, but this penalty and that penalty and this penalty and that penalty. The fact that you're accepting the product as is fucking upsetting, dude. It's fucking ridiculous that we all sit here and go, click on the fucking Cowboys game, click on the fucking Ravens game because, well, I don't have anything better to fucking do with my time. And I'm getting irritated that I'm over here perpetuating and driving home. I don't know how, I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't know if I want to keep doing NFL content. I'm going to be real. I don't know how I'm expected to, genuinely turn on a camera and a microphone and tell you, well, if the blocking a little bit, honk, honk, if we could have ran the ball a little bit, honk, honk, if Kirby Joseph was back, things would have been a little better. Honk, honk. What the fuck, dude? How am I supposed to genuinely come here, give you analysis, build out a future, a roadmap to success when it doesn't goddamn matter? It doesn't fucking matter. None of it fucking matters because it's all bread and fucking circuses. It's all just fucking bullshit. At this point, I feel right now, as it sits today, I'll take the weekend to process it. I don't fucking know. But right now, I feel that there is no difference between me coming out here and going, well, the pregame show is, I think the Bears might lose today. I don't know. Boy, if, this guy's out, that guy's out, and the wind's blowing at a 3.5 degree miles an hour at just the right angle, and when the moon is in retrograde and Neptune's up Uranus, Caleb Williams paints his fingernails a certain way, which means that it should come out to, it doesn't fucking matter. It's the same as me coming out here and going, I think The Undertaker could beat Stone Cold in WrestleMania 35. Motherfucker, it's already scripted out. It's already scripted out and it's fake. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's just a way for them to suck money, to suck time from you so that you can be pissed off all fucking week so that we can sit here and I can get dickheads on my check going, go, Pack, go. Oh, you fucking douche. What a bunch of assholes, dude. Our defense is broken. If we're going to have a chance to duct tape together on offense, we need to fix it ASAP. There's no point in fixing it. Vegas runs sports. It's becoming undeniable. 100%, Rick. I agree with you. Lions are going to end up being sold to London and win a Super Bowl. Dude, at this point, yeah. The ref saying he heard LaFleur call it to you on the crowd noise is laughable. Dude, Art, and then LaFleur winked. I don't know if Trippy, if that's what you were getting at, but LaFleur winked at the reporter in the fucking press conference. Not only are they doing it on national TV, but then they're rubbing our noses in it. And the rest of the NFL, now I'll be honest, if you go to the Lions Reddit, there are a lot of other fandoms in our Reddit. Just like, you guys got fucked. You know what I'm saying? But 85% of the league, pundits, commentators, YouTube dipshits, dumbass fans are go Pack, go, woo, fucking morons, Caleb Williams, woo, bunch of fucking mouth breathing idiots, dude. You guys just stumble along, gaslighting us all, going, no, that didn't happen, asshole. I have video evidence. I can show. Don't believe you're lying. You know what it is, guys. Oh, you know what it is? This is no different than them sitting there going, yeah, well, he said there's really good people on both sides. But he said there's really good people on both sides. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. It's the same thing as my manager going, well, the Doors were supposed to be here on Monday. I don't care. You're not answering the fucking question because you don't want to answer the question, because the reality is you know the truth. And the truth fucking hurts. And you don't want to admit that your teams have been floated along. You don't want to admit that your team is a bunch of faggot-ass pussies who can't nut up and shut up against the Detroit Lions when we do exactly what Dan Campbell said we were going to do from the press conference. Look at the meathead. Look at the meathead Dan Campbell. Oh, that's a bad hire. That's a bad hire. He said he's going to bite off kneecaps. What a meathead. What a stupid... Oh, they're winning now. Oh, no, he's still dumb. We're going to put him on Hard Knocks and let him say more stupid shit. Look at the stupid Dan Campbell. Oh, big Dan Campbell. He's crying thinking about his players. Oh, why are people liking this? Wait. Why is the Lions fandom growing? How come there is a large section of the American population going, that's what it's all about, baby. That's throwback ball right there. That's a grown man's game right there. That's what I'm about. I'm about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm about it. And we don't know, but we know, NFL, that you went, no. We need male cheerleaders. We need male cheerleaders. We need Taylor Swift. We need women in the league. We need to pussify one of the last bastions of masculinity. Hey, you know what? You know how your husbands it used to be, oh, the husband's watching football. Oh, he's just watching football. It was his escape, right? But let's be honest, men aren't allowed to have fucking spaces anymore. So we feminized football. And when you get this retro throwback, go out and punch him in the fucking mouth, head coach like Dan Campbell, and you start to get a little momentum. Dan Campbell was never supposed to make it out of his third year. The NFL had no intentions of Dan Campbell ever being a success in the NFL. Dan Campbell was supposed to be another coach in a long line of failures in Detroit. He was supposed to be a laughing point, something that all teams could point and go, ha ha, ha ha, stupid. You're stupid. Hiring that meathead. No, what you need to hire. Why don't you guys hire Pete Carroll? Good old retired Pete Carroll. Yeah. And Chip Kelly. That's what we'll do. Yeah. We'll make sure that Pete Carroll comes out of retirement because, well, nothing says America in the modern era like, hey, retirees still in the workforce. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that one of the most unsuccessful head coaches, one of the most just fucked up offensive coordinators, in my opinion, we're going to make sure that Chip Kelly gets a good payday and becomes the highest paid offensive coordinator in the league. And then midway through the season, we're going to fire him. Yeah, but you know what? It's all good. It's all good because those are the Las Vegas Raiders of Oakland, and they do what they're told, and they still get hype. But the Detroit Lions don't do what they're told. They play outside of the rules. They think outside of the bun. Ha ha! We got to penalize them. No pass interferences against them. Hey, you guys know how last Sunday you watched Jared Goff get kneed in the fucking head? Nah, you didn't see that. Don't believe your lying eyes. Hey, you see how Aiden Hutchinson is getting hugged on every single play? No, 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 no. Don't believe your lying eyes. Don't believe your lying eyes. You didn't see that. We are the officials. And the officials say what the officials say, and that becomes rule. And then Operation Mockingbird, more or less, in the NFL takes over. You could literally hear the commentators mid-touchdown catch to Dontavius Wicks being like, nah, I don't know about that. And the refs are like, calling the field is upheld. And Dean Blandino's like, I don't know. No, it's totally a touchdown. 100%. That was a touchdown catch. The best touchdown catch I've ever seen. If there ever was a catch, that'd be a touchdown catch. It's a touchdown catch for all the boys and girls, unless you're the Detroit Lions, unless you're Calvin Johnson against the Chicago Bears 14 years ago. Then it's not a touchdown. 15 years ago, 16 years ago, however long it was. I'm just so sick of this shit. I'm just so sick of this shit. I'm so sick of it because, like, personally, for me, yesterday's game is like a perfect encapsulation of like how my whole life has gone. You know, where it's like no matter how hard I work, no matter how much I do, no matter how much evidence I pile up and can show you, you never get ahead. You never fucking get what you need. You're never going to outwork someone who's just given things. And all that evidence, no, you're a liar. You're a liar. Period, point blank. Actually, I'll tell you exactly what a former CEO told me. Hat, I'm not calling you a liar, but I don't believe you. Well, then you're calling me a liar, fuckface. Like, goddamn, dude. Goddamn. No matter what we do, it'll never be enough. It is Detroit versus everybody. That's not just a meme. It's reality. And it's not just the Detroit Lions. It's the whole fucking city. It's the whole fucking state. It's everybody attached to this area. Whatever the hell the state of Michigan did to the Illuminati or whomever is pulling the fucking strings. We've been paying for it since the 1940s. Literally, financially paying for it, as well as morally and psychologically paying for it. Did I just crash out too hard, guys? Guys, remember Brad is good. Mr. Detroit City, I know, dude. I feel you on that. The Lions have a 15-2 squad, not a 7-5 team. Henry, I like you, Henry. I like where your head's at, dude. My wife and I are adopting both boys. They're here for good. Rick. Dude, Rick. That's awesome, brother. Bro. Oh, hell yeah, dude. That's dude. That's awesome, bro. I'm glad to hear that, bro. I'm glad to hear that. Milf totally called the timeout beforehand. The snap wasn't even real, and the receivers are just that good. So a touchdown. Yeah, exact. Kane, you are right, bro. You are right. That's what I was getting at. I thought you were trippy. I figured you were, dude, because not a lot of people know it, but if you've seen it, you were like, it's just like, oh my God, he fucking just rubbed our noses in it, dude. Like, yeah, bro. Or the helmet-to-helmet contact that would have been roughing the passer for any QB not named Goff. Dude, Rick, you seen it too. When Tom Grossi was going, I don't know how this is a touchdown, but I'll take it. It's, dude, trippy. Even Tom Grossi was again. Dan Campbell is the best coach we've ever had. Dan Campbell is the best head coach in the NFL. He's the type of leader you want of men. Now a catch is apparently when you get fingertips on the ball. Dude, Art. So I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that was like, oh, there it is. Mr. Detroit City, I'm trying to, bro. So here's the thing, dude. It's that damn troll that punch curse on cat. Oh, dude. You ain't wrong, dude. You ain't wrong. So here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing, Mr. Detroit City. For me to move to Florida, I will never financially get ahead with where I'm at in the world, right? So this is what's going on. I'm just going to go ahead and chat and beard this up on a Friday with you guys because why not? Damn, there's 20 of you guys in the chat. Well, hopefully this doesn't bore you out too much. But as you guys know, over the past few months, I've been having some go-arounds with work and stuff. And Stafford throat jumps off this jock. No shit, dude. No shit, Art. And recently with my employer, I have come to the realization unions are stupid. All right, the union's kind of dumb. So as you guys know, we originally voted the contract down. Well, not we. I voted for it because I negotiated the whole motherfucker. And where I get a little salty is they voted it down, and justifiably so, because the on-call workers, who are card-carrying members, they pay their dues. They got nothing in the contract. No, other than a pay raise, they got no uniforms or no increase in uniforms, no shift premium, and no boot allowance, which is a fair thing for them to want. Now, this is where I get really pissed off. And Rick, yes, unions are corrupt, and I'm going to tell you why. So I'm not going to say the name, but the international representative for the district that I'm in, which I believe is District 8 or Zone 8, during negotiations, while it was just he and I in the negotiating room, I said verbatim, because I had done the legwork. Back in July, I had asked all the part-timers, I had lists of stuff that they had wanted, and we had come down to some things that I was reasonably comfortable asking for because I figured we could get it, right? And those things being, I needed more uniforms for the part-timers. I needed not the full $100, but $50 boot vouchers every year after their 6 months probationary period. And I needed second shift employees to get the increased shift premium. I negotiated from a whopping 80 cents an hour to $1.20 an hour. And I felt that the on-call who work second shift are deserving of that, which technically they are. I mean, they're working on off shift. I was told by my international representative verbatim, I am not to concern myself with the wants and needs of the on-call and part-timers, that I am here to negotiate for the full-time staff who has a the employer has a financial responsibility to compensate for because we're full-time employees. And I said, okay, if you think that's what's best, that's what we're going to do. So we did, and we didn't pursue that, okay? And then obviously the contract got voted down, and I have been the bad guy ever since because the other negotiators failed to show up to the negotiations. So other than me saying I did ask for that, nobody can sit there and say James did ask for that. You know what I'm saying? Well, they decided to have a little meeting during my vacation, omitting me from it. And what do you know? All of the things that I asked for the part-timers now suddenly management's totally okay with that. So I spent the last month and a half being the fucking bad guy, even though now they get the things that I asked for. I then inquired in our stewards group chat. I was like, hey, so what changed because I asked for all of this? And I was ignored. So I'm really glad that I got to be the bad guy the last month and a half for stuff that I had asked for. Just have other people come in and suddenly be the fucking hero. And I'm not asking to be the fucking hero, but what I'm asking for is the fucking truth to come out, you corrupt, dirty piece of shit. Like, goddamn, bro. I think the NFL hates the two old ladies who own the Lions. Pay attention. I agree with you, Mag7 Life 269. I think you're right. I actually made that joke to Hat and Boobs yesterday. I was like, well, I guess Roger Goodell is just mad that Sheila won't bang him. Like that, like, let's be honest, what it really comes down to is they can pretend that they're grown-ups all they want, but most people who get into these types of positions of power who look as, let's be honest, Roger Goodell's like a fucking 4. You know what I'm saying? He ain't getting puss. He ain't getting laid. And he's still mad that Sheila won't sleep with him. That's the reality of it. That's the reality of it right there. I don't care for unions because just like anywhere, there are people who don't put their share in and get benefits. Exactly, Mr. Detroit City. And that's the thing. I hate the fact that my earning potential is capped off by the performance of dumbasses. Like it just irritates the shit out of me that because other people don't do as much as they could, our performance is kneecapped and we can't go and say, well, 7% instead of 5%. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very dissatisfied with the union, and I'm even more dissatisfied with my employer. We were recently bought out, so I work for a public facility in the Lansing area. Okay, they are the area. The company that I work for is technically owned by the city of Lansing, but it's operated by a third-party operator that took over in July. They were called ASM Global, but now they've recently changed their name to something different. And I was kind of hoping things would change because they were a big company. They're actually the largest entertainment company, entertainment venue management company worldwide. They have over 3,000 facilities worldwide, including over 400 here in the States alone. So I was kind of hoping things would change, and it's been almost 6 months now, and all I've seen is the guy who made the most money for the ballpark got fired because he was holding them accountable for $1.5 million of grant money that disappeared that was supposed to be for his facility that magically disappeared, $1.5 million. He then started questioning because I don't know if you guys know this, there's a YouTuber named Caleb Hammer who he actually did a financial audit of the state of Michigan's budget with the governor. Old stretching Gretchen Whitler herself. And unless you know what he said, it didn't really ring a bell. I heard him say, and he confirmed it, and Whitler said the same thing. So the state of Michigan taxpayers give the Lansing Lugnuts, which is the baseball team that plays at the facilities that I manage, every year the state of Michigan gives them $2.5 million. As a building engineer who takes care of that facility, I don't know where that money goes because I'm not allowed to replace vacuum breakers on toilets annually because it's too expensive. The building is sliding into Michigan Avenue because it's not structurally sound. The roofs leak all over the ballpark. So somewhere, $2.5 million of state taxpayer funds are not making its way. In fact, I have heard that the budget that we give for maintenance and repairs over at that facility is $50,000 a year. That's it. I have an employer who was for many, many years subsidized by the taxpayers of the city of Lansing, as well as state taxpayers, who I have on more than one occasion done the math for them on their annual savings if they were to start major relamping projects. We still use compact fluorescent bulbs. We do not use, the majority of our building is not powered by LEDs because it's, quote, too expensive. So instead, they just milk out the power bill to the taxpayers. That irritates the shit out of me. Nothing has changed. In fact, the cancerous leadership group, the management team, all got between an 8 and 12% pay increase. And I don't agree with that. So I gotta leave. I can't work here anymore. I'm gonna be honest, guys, I took the job because it was a job right out of COVID. I kind of thought it was going to be more. I grew up in a union household. I know how good unions can be when they're good. And I'm going to be real. The UAW is a fucking clown show. The UAW is a joke. And the majority of people who work for the UAW are barely fucking literate. I'm going to be honest. They like it that way so that they can't read stuff, so that they can't say things like, hey, you're in the violation of the NLRA. I need help from the UAW, because the UAW doesn't want to do that. The UAW wants to break the American middle class by demanding overinflated wage for underqualified individuals on the assembly line. Okay, they demand far too high of wages for what those people do. Fight me. I don't give a fuck. You assembly line workers are dumb. You're dumb, and you're going to be replaced by automation. Period, point, fucking blank. That's the reality of the situation. So maybe you should learn how to operate the fucking robots instead of worrying about what's on TikTok, okay? 2, bureaucracy, any form of bureaucracy, I am so disenchanted. I've been blackpilled on it. Any form of bureaucracy is corrupt, it's dirty, it's bullshit. Get out of my fucking way and let me just do the goddamn job. And yeah, don't fucking come down on me when I say, Get out of my fucking way. I have to do a goddamn job. Take your soft faggotry bullshit, take your fucking hurt feelings, shove them up your ass, and go do your job because nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares that your pussy ass fucking feelings are hurt because I'm doing my fucking job and you're too busy click-clacking away on your fucking email at your adult daycare fake fucking job, where in reality, guys, the majority of jobs exist solely to justify the jobs above them, which means that most jobs at Mr. McGillicuddy's widget factory that women all said, we deserve the right to work so that our children can be raised by strangers, so that the dollar can be deflated by 50% over fucking night, so that we can have higher taxable revenue and you can have your kids raised by the state, by strangers, and you can pay them and we can take slices of all of that revenue that you're generating to that person, that stranger raising your fucking kids. You can't have the American dream because both of you need to fucking work. The majority of Mr. McGillicuddy's widget factory fucking jobs are simply so that Uncle Sam can keep tabs on you for 8 hours a day, keep you in line for 8 hours a day. It's daycare. It's adult fucking daycare. It's so that Uncle Sam knows that you're not sitting at home learning shit, becoming Uncle Ted. That's what most jobs are fucking for. Just described my last company. Dude, you get it then, bro. You get it. What's up, Jody? I'm just crashing out like a motherfucker. My family comes from unions in Michigan and the boomers and some uncles like that, but not for me. Dude, and that's just it, Mr. Detroit City. It's just so like, there is benefits to unions, but there's just like, I don't know, man. Oh, snap. Learn to prompt. Exactly. What's up, Beantown? I'm just crashing out, bro. I'm just out here crashing out hard as fuck. So here's the thing that I'm in, guys. This all started because Mr. Detroit City was like, move to Florida. Yeah, that's the plan, dude. It's 27 degrees and a little bit of snow on the ground out here, and I fucking hate it. I hate it. I fucking hate it. I hate that my fucking garage, I got to run heaters in it and jack my fucking power bill up. I fucking hate it. I hate the fucking state that I live in. I hate how much fucking little money I make, how I'll never fucking get ahead. I'll never be able to afford a fucking home. I hate the fucking people that I work with outside of like 4 people, right? And the thing is, those 4 people all stand there and go, yeah, these people are all stupid as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So we're just in our own little fucking dinghy over here trying to survive. And the reality is I am so dissatisfied with the work that I do because it's not fulfilling, because I have an idiot boss who doesn't know what to fucking do. I have nothing to like. Boring jobs sound great, dude, but it's exactly that. It's boring. You have too much idle hands at the devil's playground. So what I really need to do is I need to get back into trades work. The problem is that I'm 37 years old. Okay, I'm 37 years old trying to get back into trades work. Most people aren't too keen on hiring a guy with the type of experience that I have because, again, I'm going to ask the question, why? Now, what I really want to do is I'm probably going to spend Monday calling around all the electrical contractors in town. And I'm just going to flat out ask, are you looking for apprentices? And if they are, I'm going to tell them, look, dude, I don't know, man. And I don't know because I've been out of electrical work for so long. Mr. Detroit City, you might be able to share a little bit. And I think, Rick, I think you're in the trades. And I'm pretty sure that Motown Mitch is a plumber. Okay, there's nothing wrong with crashing out as long as it's warranted. I need car insurance for the amount of times I crash out. It's just my patience is low for BS. Henry Hutchins, welcome to Mad Hatter Nation, brother. So this is how I joke about patience. I am such an upstanding and caring individual who has so much love for his fellow man that, so you guys know, and you might not remember it, but this is just my recollection. You know, when we're all up in heaven and we're rolling our characters, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you get, this is your strength attribute and this is your dexterity attribute. I was standing in line to get my patience issued to me, and I was like, you know what? I don't have time for this. I will sacrifice my patience for everybody else. That's how few fucking I don't have patience and I don't have time for bullshit, and I fucking hate posers. I fucking hate. I know I sound like a 6th grader in the early aughts. I fucking hate posers, dude. I can't stand that shit. Florida residents get recruitment checks for bringing people down. Dude, yeah. Well, here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing. I can't just up and move, bro. I can't just up and move. And So all right, so this is where I'm at. I need to get back into trades work, and I was thinking of calling all the electrical contractors. The problem is for me to go from being where I'm at now to, unless they're willing to accept my hours from 10 years ago, I'm going to have to start over at first year apprentice, which that's like a $10,000 a year cut for me, unless I'm able to just get a shitload of overtime. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing is I'm going to be real. I don't like doing maintenance work. I love troubleshooting. Troubleshooting things is so much fun, dude. Troubleshooting is so much fun. I love troubleshooting. I'm so disenchanted with maintenance work because it's not satisfying. I would love to get a contractor on the phone and be like, hey, look, I'm sure that me and a million other guys say the same thing. I tell you what, you guys know what I really fucking love doing? You know what I genuinely love doing? So when I was doing my apprenticeship, and I got spoiled. I got absolutely spoiled during my apprenticeship. I spent the majority of my time, it was just me and Al. All right. And I called him the wizard because he wore this fucking skull cap that made a little point and it looked like a wizard's hat. And admittedly, for as much of an asshole as Al was, he is legit one of the smartest guys I've ever fucking met. Legit. I mean, knows a lot of stuff and is able to think through things. Like, I just got to admit, he was one of the smartest guys I ever fucking met. There are still times to this day, where I'm doing stuff and I'll hear Al's voice in my head telling me how to get through it. And I'm just like, you fucking asshole. You know what I'm saying? Well, now, hillbilly, that's not how you want to do it. Hillbilly. Now think about that, hillbilly. Is that how you want to do it? And I'm like, God damn it, Al. But so what me and Al did was we just did installs of fire alarms on campus. And it was beautiful because for the most part, it was just us two, and we were given a very large project, just the two of us. And we didn't even have to report to the shop. We just went right to the job site every day, and we left from the job site every day. And it was just these prints, projects, and stages. And guys, I cannot tell you how much I love just locking in, and I love running miles of conduit. I fucking love bending pipe, pulling cable, and doing installs. I love doing construction. Building shit is so satisfying to me. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to feel like you accomplished something at work when your employer shows no appreciation. Dude, Rick, exactly, dude. I came back to the thumb after the military. Terrible choice. I'm stuck for at least 5 more years, and the rest of my family fucked off. So, South Carolina for Trippy. Trippy, dude. South Carolina here is the spot to go, dude. Here, that's the spot to go. What you doing? So, why are you locked in here for 5 years, dude? Are you doing after the military? So, you came back after you got out of the military? You're not stationed here, so you're just kicking around here. Sell grandma's Studio A, buy a schoolie build. What's a shoolie builds? It's out moves to middle of Florida. Tons of great parks. Family, gotcha. That makes sense, Trippy. That makes sense. So, like, thanks, Brandy. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That'll be added to the fund. Obviously, right back here, right there. Next Sunday, I got to get the money in. So next Sunday, we'll do a reveal on how much we were able to donate. I appreciate that, Brandy. Thank you so much, sister. That is very, very nice of you. I appreciate that. I'm about to, but my old T1N1 Mercedes Sprinter van early 2000s to travel all over Florida in the weekends, hit all our state park beaches, etc. Hell yeah, dude. So I got to figure out how to I just got to figure out how to decrease the amount of stress. Now, ideally, this channel takes off and I get sponsorships and blah, blah, blah. And me and Hat and Boobs can find a nice little place down in Florida or something and move down someplace south and warm. But that's going to take a very, very long time. And I don't know how comfortable I am just still talking about the Lions all the time, which then brings me to, well, what do I do? I like making content. And I like talking to all of you guys. And I completely understand that if I shift directions, I'm probably going to lose a good chunk of you. And that's fine. You know, I'm not like, but you guys came here for a reason, and if I'm no longer providing that product, you have no reason to come and continue to consume. You know what I'm saying? But, like, what do I do then? Do I just be like every other middle-aged white dude in his 30s and start a politics and pop culture crisis fucking bullshit? Do I build a whole new channel focused around that? Do I the other thing I'm thinking of doing is, do I just like go like the route of Philion and just like stream on Kick and just like clips over on YouTube? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what to do. Start a F the NFL channel. Trippy, it's ironic you say that. Hat goes big time and forgets us. JK, that would be awesome for you. Dude, I will not. Trust me, dude. If I'm eating, we're all eating, brother. I'll pull all you guys right out of the mud with me if I can. Please don't do pop culture anything. Brandy, I know. So, Trippy, you say that. It's refreshing to know I can catch your show and have an anxiety relief. 100% love your podcast. Well, thank you, Henry. I appreciate it. So, all right, then. So, I guess that's another avenue is like, do we then just kind of lean into what we've been doing? Just kind of talk about football, but also just talk about other shit? Like, do I just like full on random podcast? Do we just make this a full on random podcast? Because then, and this isn't me trying to be the business side of things, the algorithm doesn't know what to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Sports betting and corruption. There's plenty of material every week. I know, Rick, and I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't know if I want to bet on football anymore. I mean, like, I just kind of feel like, yeah, I've hit a few times, but I kind of feel like I'm throwing my money away. You know what I'm saying? Please don't do pop. I like that. I do like that. Please don't do pop culture. Been trying to convince Kimber to do it soon. Live here half the year and a day for taxes. Yeah, dude, you guys do have that good. Well, see, the thing is though, and I don't know, because I don't know what kind of money can be made in this sphere, but I'm just gonna assume that with the size demographic that Kimber has, he's probably got a little bit more financial ability to move around. You know what I'm saying? Middle-aged white guy in my 30s, dude. So if you guys want to know the reality, our demographic is dudes ages 24 to 65. That's like 97% of our demographic is dudes 24 to 65. Been working on some faith-based content behind the scenes, low-key. Hell yeah, dude. Well, that's my buddy Steve does that same thing. You can make some channels that make money without having to live, go live, etc., using some tech. And, you know, Mr. Detroit City, bro, I've actually thought about doing that. I've thought about just like quietly and not telling anybody, just making an AI slop content channel and just like, for lack of a better word, grifting on people. It's like, this is where I get so irritated is I hate posery so much that, like, I hate replicating or mimicking anybody. Like, I like, but I also hate the fact that my background on my channel is Tim Pool inspired. Like, I feel like no matter what I do, everything looks like something else, and I don't want to be a hack. You know what I'm saying? It just, but there's so much money that could be made in that AI slop shit. Like, why not? Why the fuck not just fucking phone it in, make a quick 10 grand a couple of months just on passive income with AI slop, you know? I'm not betting no more. I won last night for $60 for a game I thought I was going to win. I had 17 leg parlay for $1, get 30,000, and was hugely disappointed. Just don't wear a beanie, Brandy. Just don't wear a beanie. Don't wear a beanie and start screaming about civil war. Start peddling coffee and pool water. I like Tim Pool, though. I like Tim Pool. Well, Henry, that's the thing, dude, is none of my parlays on Lions games hit, obviously. And then I was about to win $700 last night on an 8-leg parlay, and George Pickens just never scored a touchdown. And I was just like, man, fuck this, man. This is so stupid, dude. This is so fucking stupid. I was supposed to win $30,000 for a Lions game, but I had the Lions from a money line and St. Brown with a touchdown. Dude, if the Lions would have won and St. Brown would have played, I would have cashed another almost $800. But because I called the Tesla touchdown, so I had the Tesla touchdown in yardage too. Bread water or beard water. I could call it beard sweat. Sell it in a bottle. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know, man. Obviously, we're not gonna have a show on Sunday because there's no pregame show, and I was just thinking about taking this weekend and, kind of, just praying on it and meditating on it and kind of deciding what I want to do. I mean, I just don't feel like I can give you authentic analysis, at least right now. Right now, I feel that I am so right in my determination that the NFL is corrupt. I don't know if I can overcome that. I don't know if I can somehow convince myself that it's not bullshit. It's kind of like that now that the mask is off. Like, I always kind of knew. We didn't know, but we know. I don't know, man. And I feel like such a poser then, trying to like fake it. Like, 4.2 speed, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we just switched like, and what else do all these Thursday games the Lions is having? Yeah, dude, aren't we playing next Thursday too? And we get a little mini bye. Yeah, we do, because I'm taking Thursday off work. So I'm burning PTO so that I can watch the fucking game. Why do I feel so stupid now? I don't know, man. I just feel dumb. Like, we don't know, but we know. There's a content spine. If you keep consistent NFL plus normal chatter, you're already doing this. The algo will reward consistency. See, and here comes Trippy with the fucking most rational take, dude. God damn, brother. Trippy, this is why I like you, dude. This is why I like you, bro. Like, you just come in and nail it sometimes, bro. Like, just for real. So I gotta ask you, are you a content creator too, man? Because you've said some things that like leads me to believe either like you're a content creator or you watch people who also talk about content creation, the behind the scenes stuff that you seem to know, dude. Well, thank you, bro. I'm not afraid to use words. Well, there are some words that I won't use because I'll get canceled. Look, man. I had actually a buddy. A friend of mine. We used to ride motorcycles together, but subscribe to the channel. He's more so a friend of my mom's. But one day he's just saying, he's just like, Hat just says what he's thinking. He just says it. Like, I just fucking say it. Like, and I'm gonna be honest, guys. I appreciate that you like it, dude. But if you want full disclosure, if I could just learn to keep my mouth shut 10% of the time, my life would be infinitely easier. If I could just 10% of my life keep my fucking mouth shut. But I can't. Literally, growing up, my dad and brother's nickname for me was the mouth because I always had something to fucking say. I don't know, man. People say stuff like, actually, you know what? You know what, guys? You know what? We'll end on this. We'll end on I learned to keep my mouth shut, you guys. And what it is, it's talking to stupid young people that I'm learning it's pointless to waste my fucking time talking to them. So we'll end you with this little story. Now, I'm comfortable saying this type of stuff to you guys. Fucking pen was in my shirt pocket the whole time. The fucking oil's going to be all down tip now, not in the wick. Damn it. Let's balance that fucker back out. Come on, Benjamin. There we go. Stand that fucker upright. So, I was talking to this security guard at work the other day, and she's like 24, 25, And something, she ends up saying how she's a faith-based person, right? I'm not a creator, just figured out how to beat a couple algos for Trump's first election and NFL X count. Oh, nice, dude. Hell yeah, Trippy. I appreciate, dude, that's what's up, dude. I'm not going to lie. I don't just say this to glaze you guys. Mad Hatter Nation is smarter than you guys are all smarter than the average bear. And that's what I really like about I love, and this is why I don't know what to do with my content, because I don't want to lose you guys, because like y'all are actually smart. Like, you guys can listen to me say a take just off the top of my fucking, you can hear me kind of working through the thought process, and you understand what I'm saying. Because of the way that I talk in a weird circle, it takes a certain degree of intelligence to be able to get through the bullshit to see my fucking point. You know what I'm saying? And that's, I don't just say it. Like, Mad Hatter Nation is genuinely smarter than most people. You're the Lenny Bruce of the Lions football? Oh, dude. You leave, I'd highly disappointed. Carrie. Damn, bro. Damn, bro. The Lenny Bruce Alliance football. Thanks, man. Thank you, dude. That is really fucking nice, man. That is really awesome for you to say, dude. You do the same shit, guys? Man, you guys are awesome. You guys making me feel like the prettiest bitch at the ball, yo, for real. I'm just the prettiest belle at the ball. So I'm talking. This is how we'll end on a high note. We'll be back Monday. Okay, bite me a little bit more chat and beard than we are hat and beard, right? Who knows? Maybe I'll just straight up change my channel name to my actual fucking name. It'll just be My Name Show instead of the Hat and Beard Show. How would you guys feel about that? Just legit. All right, you know what? I'll throw up a poll. All right. So, obviously if then grandma wagon, right? If then grandma wagon. Which, by the way, guys, I think I'm going to make some merch with the line that says "if then grandma wagon," and I'm going to put like an old covered wagon on it with a grandma's face or grandma riding it, and it say "grandma wagon" because, you know, if my grandma was born with wheels, she'd have been a wagon. That's why I just like saying "if then grandma wagon." Should I change my channel name to my name? Yes. No. I just want to see what you guys feel. Do you like the hat and beard thing, or would you like me go actual name? Hat and Beard Network gives you an avenue to add more, dude. Well, and that's kind of the other thing I was thinking, Trippy, was do you guys know who Actual Justice Warrior is, or The Quartering? Right? Like, I could leave my channel name, The Hat and Beard Show, and I could just be like, welcome to The Hat and Beard Show. My name is blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Or, welcome to The Hat and Beard Show. I'm your host. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could just leave the name Hat and Beard Show, but then switch it over to just, like, have my name in there, you know? But I don't know. The channel is more fun than Woodward Don't Change. All right on, dude. I appreciate it. The NFL is corrupted. Yes, it is. And, Carrie, I think you're meeting the channel that will be the I think maybe I might pick up the torch and try and take a crusade against the NFL. Like, I love football. I love football. I always will. I have like 3 major regrets in my life, like 3 very, very big regrets in my life, right? And the biggest thing, though, is that if I'd have followed these other 3 regrets, I probably never would have met Hat and Boobs, which makes it easier, right? But I regret not playing ball in college. I regret not finishing my electrical apprenticeship. And I regret not enlisting in the military after I failed at those other 2. Like, those are my 3 biggest regrets. You know what I'm saying? Jeremy from the Quartering. Brandy, how did I know you were going to know who the Quartering was? I just knew you were going to know who the Quartering was. I was like, I know who this is. You know what I'm saying? So, back to what I was saying. You guys don't want me to change my... All right. Okay. All right. That's fair. I like it. That's cool. And I'd rather you guys be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I prefer you guys to be open and honest. Like, no, we like Hat and Beard. It's, you know, which I think you guys want to know how I came up with my channel name. I was sitting there, and this is actually, I don't know if he's still here, but Beantown Breakdown. He knows me back from my old channel names, and I was literally sitting there on my couch. I was just sitting on my couch staring at my own reflection in the turned off TV with like trying to think up a channel name. I was just trying to think up a channel name. You know what I'm saying? And I was just looking at my own reflection, and my beard was like nasty and super long, and I had a hat on, and I was like, all I could see was my hat and beard, and I was just like, hat and beard. That's how I came up with hat and beard. I was just staring at my own stupid fucking reflection. I was like, hat and beard, stupid. So the learning point was, you guys, I was talking to this dumb fucking Zoomer security guard, and she says, I'm a faith-based person. And I was like, that's cool. What denomination are you? Assuming, blonde hair, blue eyes. Well, she's probably not Muslim. And her last name doesn't end in Stein, so I was kind of going out on a limb here, thinking she probably wasn't a member of the fucking tribe, And she goes, oh, well, I'm Christian. And I said, yeah, I get that. What denomination? And she goes, oh, I'm Catholic. I'm super Catholic. My family's so Catholic, my grandma is a nun. Did you guys catch that? Pray tell, if your grandmother is a nun, how are you here? Hey guys, so I my first thought was, that doesn't make any fucking sense. What the fuck? And I just went, oh, okay. I got to run out to the truck real quick. Grandma had some sneaky fun when she was in. I didn't catch none of it. I'm glad you guys all caught it. You're all just like, wait, what? How does that work? Oh, man. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you guys all caught that, because I was just like in my head, I heard the record scratch. Like, I was just like, explain. How did she pass the test to become security guard? Dude, Jack, actually, so I don't know if you guys know this. Most job interviews are pretty simple now. Most job interviews that don't require like a cultivated skill set, anything outside of high school education, most of the time now, what they do is, all right, so pretend that this Zin tin is a mirror, okay? And what they do is they bring you into an interview, okay? And first they ask you, they say, good morning, good afternoon, how are you? And they expect a response. So if you can respond and not just give them that Gen Z stare, you're already 50% there. You've already answered 50% of the questions properly. You're already 50% towards getting a job. The next part of the question is very, very difficult and very hard for some people to get. So what they do is, remember, the Zin tin is a mirror, okay? So what they take the mirror, and they walk up to them and they stick it under their nose like this, okay? And when it's under their nose, they wait to see if steam builds up on the mirror. And if steam builds up on the mirror, then you get the job. Then you're hired. That's how she got the job. This is also the very same security company that when I cut my arm and damn near fucking tore the artery in my forearm and was bleeding all over Hell's Half Acre. I was 30 feet up in the air coming down from the fucking lift with blood spraying all over, and I was like, security, I need medical right now. Security told me it's going to be 10 minutes because I'm pooping. That's a security company. That's top flight security of the world, Craig. High bar, high standards. We have a very high standard society. All right, guys. I'm glad that we were all in the same boat. I know we didn't talk much about anything. I just crashed out for like a fucking hour. But, dude, it's very flattering. It's flattering that you guys all sat here and listened to me crash out like this. It's also like, in a weird way, humbling, I appreciate you guys. I really do. I really, really do. Y'all said some. I wasn't fishing for compliments, but y'all said some really, really nice things, dude. So we'll think on it about the direction we want to go. But maybe we're just that angry channel about football. You know what I'm saying? It was still entertaining. Dude, Rick, thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Even when I'm crashing out, I'm still entertaining you guys. If you can breathe, you're alive. Exactly. And if you're alive, that means you still, or wait, no, if you're still breathing, that means you still got some life left in you, some fight left in you. Yeah. You had like 5 poles in the water. I wish, dude. Trippy, you might be right, dude. Rigged. You like... Do you, hey, Motown, how you doing, brother? Hey, Motown, real quick, dude. Before we get up out here, dude, correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't you a plumber? I was pretty sure you said you were a plumber, dude. I don't know why. I like to kind of figure out kind of our demographic, and I'm realizing that a lot of you guys are very minded like me, kind of more blue collary. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think we get a lot of like doctors and lawyers up in here. They'd be like, "Oh, my feelings. Oh, he's a poor. We don't care what the opinion of the poor is." I thought so. Hell yeah. Right on, dude. Right on. Also, what do you guys think about that thumbnail? How do we feel about the thumbnail today, huh? A little bit different. I don't know why I'm pulling that up. A little bit different. Open up. A little bit different of a thumbnail, huh? I thought it was a little bit more fun today. A little bit different. And then, of course, I just wanted to reiterate the Calvin Johnson rule, that a receiver must not only secure the ball, but also maintain control of it when hitting the ground. And, that first touchdown catch to Dontavius Wicks, he didn't secure the ball. Look at Calvin Johnson. Look, he has more control over the ball. He's literally palming it with one hand while he's going to the ground fully spread out. He had more control of the ball right there in that picture, than Dontavius Wicks ever had in bounds against the Detroit Lions. But they gave the touchdown to Dontavius Wicks. So, personally, I think that Robert, whatever his name is, the dipshit referee, him and Gene Steratore should call Calvin Johnson up and have a meeting with him. And first, they should start with Calvin Johnson, and then they should get every Lions player on the roster from the 0-16 year. And then they should have a line after that of all of the Lions fans, and myself included, who sat through an 0-16 season. Gene Steratore and Robert Dipshit and a half should get down on their knees and blow Calvin Johnson to completion while humming "O Come All Ye Faithful" and apologizing deeply for this botched call that led to an 0-16 team, and then also is a complete counteract or counterpoint to Dontavius Wicks. Once they're done performing that act on Calvin Johnson, you follow through with all 52 of the men on the active roster at that season, and then the entire Lions fandom. So get your bliss decks ready, boys, because you got a lot of sucking to do, you fucking dickheads. What a bunch of assholes. But the NFL owes Calvin Johnson a fucking explanation. That's for damn sure. Motown, dude, that was the line I kept seeing. Lions 24, Packers 17, refs 14. Exactly, dude. It sucks when it's 11-15, dude. It just sucks. Sounds fair. Everyone's like, yeah. Eye for an eye. Yeah. An eye for an eye plus 20 years of interest. Hell yeah. All right, y'all. All right, guys. I'm going to take my fishing for compliments poles. We're going to pull them out of the water. Shout out, Trippy. Oh, that was funny, dude. That was pretty good. We're all crashed out, so show fits how we're doing. You keep it real. I'm glad we all were crashing out over it, dude, because it's just such bullshit. It's just such bullshit, guys. It's just such bullshit. Well, we'll think about everything kind of over the weekend. Enjoy a couple days off from the Hat and Beard Show. We'll try and, I don't know. We'll be back at it Monday with something, maybe shifting gears a little bit. Maybe we do like a little bit of NFL content, a little bit of Lions, and maybe just a little bit of like, I don't know, reactionary. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think that we need to be putting as much emphasis on being an NFL content channel anymore, because I'm just so dissatisfied with them right now. And I can say all of this, and there is a greater than 80% chance that come April next year, I'm sitting right here going, no, dude, we have to take this defensive end out of Auburn. That number 15 guy is an animal. You know what who knows? We'll figure it out, guys. Try and have a good weekend, all right? Stay out of trouble. Enjoy Black Friday. I don't know if I'm going to watch the Bears game. I just feel weird watching football on a Friday. It's not high school Friday is for high school football. High school football is for Fridays. College football is for Saturdays. You know, a couple of officials going to get gonad kicked. Still want my hat. Dude, I think a hat would be the way to go, too. Just a hat that says hat, you know? Just a hat. Just a hat that says hat, you know? Maybe we'll look it up. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we spend some time just kind of looking at growth of the channel, kind of getting your guys' feel on things. Maybe just design some. I don't know, man. I don't know. All I know is that I'm gonna spend today chilling with Hat and Boobs. I'm gonna throw out some old clothes, clean the house a little bit, and just kind of fuck around. That's what I think we're gonna do. Richard Warford Jr., the call decided game, so you go figure. Yeah, dude, exactly. Have a blessed day, everyone. Brandy, you have a blessed day. Shout out S. Curry in the chat. She had a procedure today, so hopefully everything goes well with her and surgery. Shout out Ryan Allen, going to become a dad this weekend. Hopefully everything goes well with you, brother. Best wishes. Keep rallying his wife and his kid in your thoughts and prayers that everything goes smoothly with him as he becomes a new dad. And cheers, big celebration, Rick C. Him and his wife are getting to adopt the boys, and that's absolutely awesome, brother. That is some great fucking news, dude. I am so glad to hear that, dude. You're gonna crush it, bro. Like them kids couldn't be in better hands, my guy. And God is great, dude. God is great and works in mysterious ways, dude. So keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers, dude. Try and have a good weekend. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I've been Hattenbeard. You've been attentive audience. Until Monday at 10 a.m. Bonga bonga. Frig off.